Let's get to it, I guess. So I have in front of me the names of 17 communists. 17 communists. Look, right here, I have the names. 17 communists, 17 enemies of the United States of America. Can I see it? No, you can't. Get it, Senator Joe McCarthy, 1950s Red Scare.
Man, I'm crying. That was
but no, I legit have 17 papers of notes. Look at that. There's 17. No, wait a minute. That's one. This is 17.
Oh, man. 17 pages of notes. I only have 2 timestamps.
That's all right. You're a busy guy, man.
Yeah.
All right. Woo. So let's get to it, man. Enough talking. Get to the freaking walking, right? We're going to get as far as we can today, and then we'll pick off where we left off. All right. So the first page, the second page. And by the way, I kind of cheated on the first page.
Oh, yeah. I want to that page.
I have concepts of a page right here, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, man. I'm going to need some tissues on this one. Because we got me crying already.
Shoot, I also think I got a booger on my nose, but I'm not going to go like that and let you know.
Yeah.
What are you doing, boy? My dog's looking at me like he's crazy. All right, so I have some timestamps here. I figured we just go through the timestamps and talk about it. And you can, so you're pro-Trump, I'm more pro-Harris, I guess. But that's okay. Yeah, politics shouldn't be divisive like that. Forget that.
I agree.
This ain't gonna be, oh gosh, that guy eviscerated the other guy, or the other guy. I'll eviscerate you with my fist, you son of a B word. And I know you got kids back there, so I'm not gonna curse. So this is the video, and my timestamps are from this video. I watched the whole thing.
Yeah, it's the Trump Madison Square Garden. Had a lot of good people, a lot of bad people on here. I don't know. I wouldn't say a lot of bad people. I'd say a lot of people that are, I don't know, a little controversial with the way they speak. Yeah,
I wrote unprofessional.
Yeah.
I wrote unprofessional, and so let's get started. So my first timestamp here is hold on. Let me see what I wrote down. I feel like an old man now. Hold on. Let me get my glasses. Oh. Okay, so the first thing is this one right here. So the 13-minute mark. So this brother,
Hinchcliffe, huh?
He's funny. Yeah, he's funny. But this wasn't the appropriate setting, though. I don't think for that kind of stuff. Because you're
not
trying
for that guy. I agree.
Yeah, you're trying to be political. And
maybe
win
to
votes.
walk up and endorse him, but if you watch Kill Tony, then you know his sense of humor.
Yeah.
So that's how he is. That's the way kind of jokes he makes. I already know where it's going. If you watch his special and his show, I should say, the Kill Tony podcast, you'd see a lot worse things, honestly, than what you're seeing here.
And some cursing too, yeah.
Oh yeah, it's bad. It's real bad.
So this part, the 13 minute
nighttime people that are up.
All right, so this part I put 13:25. So let's check it out.
Obviously, only here for Lee Greenwood tonight. Normally, I don't make my political beliefs a known thing. It's divisive for a comedian to do that, but just know I sleep well at night knowing who I'm voting for. So
I paused it right there, and I'm going to take it back and go to Discord so you can see. So I paused it right there, and I wrote down this note. Comedians should be anti-establishment, regardless of who the establishment is. Yeah. And so I don't see the rationale behind a comedian not supporting, but actually campaigning for one person or the other. Hey, buddy, it's okay. It's okay. What are you doing?
Well, my take on that is, I actually disagree because
it's okay.
When you go to a comedy club, everybody's supposed to feel welcome, and you don't want one group of people coming into his comedy show. You know what I mean? Like he's not trying to separate people by politics. He's trying to keep everybody together. So I think it took a lot for him just to get up there and do that, just for the simple fact that he probably lost a good percentage, especially since he's a gay comedian. He probably lost a good percentage of his supporters because of him going up there. Just like Eminem when he made the song about Donald Trump, he lost 1/3 of his fan base.
Yeah.
Because he was like, "Oh, F Trump," so he lost 1/3 of his fan base, and I think it's the same thing with Tony. He don't want that to happen, but he also feels like he's saving America by going up there.
Yeah, and his reasons, we'll get to that later. Comedians, I see a comedian as somebody who craps on society, especially those in power. And the Republicans they're a mainstream party, just like the Democrats. So it's just weird to me to see a comedian align with a mainstream party. Yeah. I just find that to be strange.
It's a more common thing nowadays, like Bill Burr and everybody really. What's that guy's name? Andrew Schultz. Mm-hmm. He just had Trump on his podcast, and Theo Von, he also had Trump on his podcast. It's starting to become more common now, but then it wasn't very common. Just I'd say 4 years ago, it wasn't very common.
Yeah, before the podcast space.
Yeah.
Oof.
Yeah.
Another one here was this part right here. So I guess this, I don't know. We can probably skip the Puerto Rican thing. That's been. No, I'm saying everybody's been talking about that a lot.
Yeah. A lot of people have been talking about that.
I actually
hit the algorithm. We should talk about it.
You want to?
Yeah, right. I'm down, man.
Well, this Puerto Rican thing, I'm like 15. It started at 1525, so.
Love making babies too. Just know.
Oh, hold on.
It's wild. And these Latinos, they love making babies too. Just know that. They do. There's no pulling out. They don't do that. They come inside, just like they did to our country.
I wasn't paying attention at that part.
Well, yeah, I think he's kind of making fun of, the America types in there. I don't know.
Yeah.
So he's kind of punching both.
Yeah.
Republicans are the party with a good sense of humor. Free speech is under attack, people. I host a show, and each week I get updates what words we're allowed to use and not use anymore. It's happening right now the past few years. It's a real thing. And
we'll come back to the free speech thing later, because what Donald Trump said about the Alien and Sedition Act of 1798, that scared me, and we'll come back to that later.
Used to be able to tell people to Google stuff. My mom's a boomer in the state of Ohio, and there's...
Oh, wait. We went past that. Never mind. Okay. Well, I'll tell you a part that I laughed at, too, like really much when I first heard it, is this part.
I think that Travis Kelce might be the next O.J. Simpson.
So...
I don't know about you guys, but I think that Travis Kelce might be the next O.J. Simpson.
Yeah. I thought that was funny. I thought that was funny. Not that I want... I don't dislike Taylor Swift enough to want her, but I thought that was,
Yeah, it's a good joke. Good joke.
Yeah, I laughed at the next part, too.
Feels good in here. The other side's got a lot of crazy endorsements. Swift, Eminem, Leo DiCaprio, Beyonce. Every day the Democratic Party looks more and more like a P. Diddy party. Oh, okay.
That kind of split the crowd. You notice that?
Yeah.
There
wasn't as much. Yeah,
I was looking at that and I was like, well, that would be funny, but not from... You need a better guy than Trump to... Because that sounds hypocritical coming from somebody supporting Trump with the Epstein thing and with the comments he made about grabbing women and his groping women and his cheating on his wife, porn star stuff. So I didn't like that part. That seemed hypocritical.
I could see why you would say that, but I don't know, man. I disagree. I think it's a joke at the end of the day, and I think it's really funny.
Yeah, but I think where he was right at is Usher campaigned for Harris. Beyonce did. Well, Beyonce, but Usher.
I didn't know Usher did too.
No, he did in Atlanta, I believe. But
wow,
he's with Diddy. I'm not accusing him of anything, obviously, but he is tight with Diddy. So I'm like, I don't know why you're letting this guy campaign for you.
Yeah,
it's not a good messenger.
There's a lot of people with Diddy, and there's a lot of people with the Epstein files, man. That's he said he was going to release them. Trump said he was going to release
on Joe Rogan
when he became president. No, he said JFK on the Rogan.
Oh, podcast. He did, yeah. Okay.
That was more towards the beginning of his campaign. He was talking about releasing the Epstein files because that's when it was happening. So that's one of the times that he was really like, "Yeah, I'm going to release them."
Sure. So I wrote at this timestamp. I don't remember what he said, but 1752. What did he say? Hold on.
Wow. I'm just kidding. That's one of my buddies. He had a Halloween party last night. We had fun. We carved watermelons together. It was awesome.
That would be funny, but I don't know, man.
It's funny, Uncle Caleb.
What is the point of it, though? Why did he have to say that? There's no point. Didn't seem like there's any point to it. Funny. Didn't seem like there was any point to it, though. So I didn't. There's a black guy in the crowd with something on his hat. What?
Yeah, the lampshade guy. He said.
Well, I want to see the damn lampshade. He brought
that guy with him.
Oh, was he joking?
That guy with him. Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Oh man, that was good.
Yeah, and there's something else he said too, and I'm this part, like I really dug into what these people said. I didn't just listen passively, and I didn't just listen with a closed mind either, just because I disagree with many of them. So he said something at the 1957 mark, right here.
I mean, it's just obvious to me who the right candidate is. Okay. There's a guy out here dodging bullets. It is unbelievable, right?
So I found that very strange too, because I wrote down in my notes, so getting shot at makes you qualified as the best person. So some of the reason here or rationale here.
See, I don't think that's what he meant. Like, Trump got shot at, so that makes him the guy for the job. I think he's saying like, this guy's a multi-billionaire. He has everything he could ever want. A beautiful family. He lives in Mar-a-Lago. He lives in the Winter White House. You know what I mean? Like this guy has everything he could ever want, and he's taking bullets to the face, to the ear, and he's standing up and saying, "I'm not going to give up. I'm fighting. I'm fighting. I'm fighting." And I think that's what he means by that is like,
okay,
even though he won't back down, he's not going to give up. I think that's like the real what he means behind that is, I'm not gonna back down. I'm not gonna give up. I'm gonna fight for America. I think that's what makes him qualified, not he took a bullet so that he's qualified. I don't think that's what.
Okay, yeah.
I think it's the story behind the bullet. You know,
you should have articulated that then, man.
Yeah. But he's a one-liner punchline kind of guy. You know,
buddy. What are you doing? That dog. Yeah, so that's really all I got for that speech. A lot of it was just like, it worked in a comedy club, but I don't know about this venue.
Ice.
Yeah.
Thin ice on very thin ice.
It seemed unprofessional to me for a political thing. Of a major political party. I can see a fringe party, but not a mainstream party like that.
Yeah, and I think that's why he went first, or very close to first, if he wasn't first.
To get the taste out of people's mouths.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah. So the next part, the next timestamp was Scott Lobai. Sorry if I mispronounced the name. I don't want to try to disrespect the brother. So I'm going to go to the 33, 34 mark. Gosh. So this guy, he's talented. I'm not going to lie. You know, I give props to the artist. Check this out.
I listened to this. I didn't even watch this.
Oh, you know, he made that himself.
Yeah, I listened to this. I didn't watch this part.
I respect artists, man. I love artists. And look how cool. Look in the middle. I think this is pretty cool, but look in the middle here. Focus on there. Take it off. Come on. Hey, buddy. He's going to take something off in the middle. I thought this was pretty cool. See, come on, pull it off, man. Damn. There you go. See, that's pretty cool. Watch this. So, I'm like, I didn't even notice that. There you go. Yeah, so I thought that was pretty cool how just the art of it, how you didn't even notice that was like was there. But anyway, so I want to pause right here
like
because
a bunch of scribbles to me, man.
I couldn't do it. But no. So what I this disturbed me a little bit because I thought about Stalinist propaganda. Oh, there he is again. It's called. I'm not going to use the F word. I'm not going to do that. But I thought about. Let me show you. This is what I thought about a little bit. Buddy, what is it? My dog. He's waiting for his mom to come out the shower. Hey, buddy. Give her a break. But I thought about this. You know, stuff like this.
Okay, like a communist painting.
Well, it's not even communist, but more like so Stalin's the leader of the state. He is the state. He is the government. That kind of stuff. So maybe my bias is affecting it, but that's what I thought of.
No, I could see what you mean by that. It does look a little similar. I'm not sure if that was their goal by doing that, but
oh no, I'm not saying the guy wants. Yeah, I'm not saying anything. I'm not saying this guy wants Trump as a dictator or anything or a leader, yeah. But it's reminding me of that 1920s, 1930s propaganda.
Yeah,
and I'd say the same thing too if somebody made something like this of Harris or Obama.
Yeah, I didn't even watch. I just listened to it whenever he was talking, and he was talking about how he was blackballed from the art community because the art community a lot of time leans left and is more leftist versus
that's a good point.
Versus right, and he got blackballed for that. So maybe that's just his middle finger to the art community, you know? Maybe that's his.
And that's a good point that you make about the artist leans to the left. That has to do, I believe, with censorship. Because a lot of the artists try to push the envelope. And typically in history, it's been more of the left that's been more... See, he's trying to eat my notes. Look at him. See, look at that. What are you doing trying to eat my notes, dude? He ate my homework.
He really is. I thought you were just lying to me.
He's trying to eat my notes, buddy. I don't know why this dog ain't tired. We took him for a walk. We played hide and seek. What? We got a lot of energy out, dude. Oh, so that's why, over it seems like the left has been more against censorship, I guess. Because, Stalin, this guy, obviously, he was 4th century. This guy, let me show you some cool stuff, too. Speaking of being a history teacher, this is a real photograph. So, Stalin, Photoshop. Well, obviously, they didn't have Photoshop in the 30s and 20s, but check this out. Oh, can you see this picture right here? Is it clear?
Yeah, I can see it. It's pulling up for me.
So this guy right here on the right, Stalin had him killed, and then Stalin had the picture of him erased. He had him erased from the picture.
Oh my goodness.
That's how paranoid this guy was.
Oh my goodness.
That's how... And it's one of the reasons...
Dark, man.
Yeah, very, yeah. And it's one of the reasons why I think we shouldn't compare Trump to people like Hitler or Stalin.
Yeah.
Because if he is, well, it's too early to tell. It's too early to tell. Because people want to, yeah.
I wouldn't say it's too early to tell. He already had 4. You know, he only gets 4 more. I don't think it's too early to tell. I think if it was going to happen, it would have happened already. I think whenever Biden won, it wouldn't have went that way, and I think he would have tried to get an additional.
No, I'm listening.
More than 8, you know. I think he would try to get more than 8.
Like, what are you doing? Who's trying to? What are you doing? Some of his rhetoric, and we'll get to that, is scaring me though. So that I'm scared of. But yeah, I just wanted to show you that. I thought that was pretty cool. Sometimes I show my students that when we talk about totalitarianism in the 1920s and 30s.
Yeah.
Yeah. So let's get to that one dude who offended you.
Yeah.
Sid Rosenberg was his name. Apparently, I believe he's a radio. Well, hold on. I don't want to say things that are inaccurate. So Rosenberg, American radio personality. So he could talk.
Yeah. Definitely has a face for radio.
I don't know. He seems pretty intimidating. I don't know. Hey, buddy.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Yeah, so let's.
Radio.
Yeah, so
definitely ain't an actor.
I put the 37-minute mark. Check this out. 37:55. This one disturbed me.
But I took the gig. She is some sick bastard, that Hillary Clinton, huh? What a sick son of a bitch.
See?
The whole fucking party, a bunch of degenerates.
Yeah,
low-lives, Jew haters, and low-lives.
So, this is politics, man. Like, this isn't... This guy, I mean, it seems a lot of hatred.
He's not promoting for a boxing match. Come on, man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's not a boxing match. And that's the type of speech that gets people shot at and killed. That's the type of speech that gets politicians killed is language like that towards them. Like, okay, did Hillary Clinton do some bad things? Maybe. I don't know. I'm not an analyst.
I'll tell you about Clinton. I didn't vote for her in 2016. I didn't vote for Trump. I didn't vote for any of them.
Yeah, I don't think Clinton's I think she's probably a good example of what a politician shouldn't do. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But to talk about her like that is just, even Trump himself don't speak about Clinton like that. You know what I mean? Like that's just one way you don't talk about people, like especially from the Republican Party's Judeo-Christian value. A lot of the people you're talking to don't talk like that. A lot of the people you're talking to cringe when you talk to them like that. Like me, when I was listening on my headset, I was cringing. Like, come on, man. Like, do I drop an F-bomb here and there? More than here and there, honestly. I cuss a lot, but I'm not. If I was to go on the stage, main stage like that, and give a speech about someone who's going to be president or someone who could have been president or anything like that, I wouldn't be talking to him like that. I wouldn't be talking about him like that. That's how you get people shot at and killed, man.
Sorry, I'm moving this with my dog. I'm glad you mentioned Judeo-Christian values. It reminded me of a DMX album. You know what I'm saying? DMX, where he'd have a song, he'd have a prayer, and then he would say like some of the most like effed up stuff in the next song or something.
Yeah, man.
It reminded me of that.
I don't like that guy, man.
Yeah. And speaking of, Judeo-Christian, they started this off with a prayer.
We come before you today seeking
your... exactly.
So that was weird. I can't imagine Jesus saying effing illegals.
Yeah, man. That guy is I don't like him at all.
Yeah, I can't imagine Jesus saying stuff like that.
That's my first and last time I'll ever listen to that guy.
Yeah, so it wasn't professional, and he's not a politician. So I that I can expect that from him.
Yeah, like there's a couple of words like ass or shit or just little bullcrap words like that. You know what I mean? That's nothing. But that F-bomb and like rewind what he said about Clinton, man. That's.
Oh, so that was at the 37:55. See, I did a lot of research. So, it was about right there.
But I took the gig.
He took the gig.
She is some sick bastard, that Hillary Clinton, huh?
Yeah.
What a sick son of a bitch.
Well, and Clinton's not running. Why is he saying that? What? Oh man, I don't know.
Has nothing to do with it, man.
Yeah,
nothing.
I think it's because I think Clinton said something about Nazi rally in 1939 at MSG.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I think that's what that was about.
And oh man, that like it's not just and that's what I mean. Yeah, I'm a Trump supporter, but it goes both ways, man. Like Nazi rally, really? That's a low blow. That's nowhere near what that was. That was a group of people that wanted to listen to a president, a hopefully future president speak, and a few people that support him. Like that's all that really was, man. That's not like if it was like a Hitler thing, it'd be I don't know, man. I don't really know much about that, but they'd be talking about war and going to war and we're gonna take over the world and all that. You know what I'm saying? It's nothing like that. They're talking about taking control back from the government and giving it back to the people. They're not talking about taking control and keeping it and holding on to it. They're talking about and spreading it to the people instead of taking all of it.
Well, in Trump's speech, which we'll get to later, I can see some of the parallels with Hitler's speech about Jews with how Hitler talks about migrants. But spoiler alert for
Trump. You mean
Trump? Yeah, Trump. Yeah,
Trump talks about migrants.
Yeah.
It's called Hitler.
Some of them.
What's going on?
But sorry. Sorry. As a history teacher, I'm very careful with. I'm not gonna say, oh, he's Hitler. Like, we know what Hitler is because we have all that history. We're living in the present right now. Yeah. So, but I noticed some parallels between that speech and what he says about the Jews because I read a couple of Hitler's speeches. Yeah. So anyway, I have a couple of timestamps from the next person, Elena Haba, I think her name was. Okay. I'll just go to the 28 minute mark. Yeah, right here. So this woman, she got swag, man, confidence.
Oh yeah.
That's it. I think that's his attorney, actually, his lawyer.
Don't get me started on my boy Tampon Tim.
See, I don't get that. Like the personal insults. Like
he tried to put tampons in the boys' locker room. That's why they call him Tampon Tim.
Tampon Tim. What does he call Harris? Trump calls Harris.
I don't know. Hold on.
Communist Harris or something. I don't get these personal insults and these nicknames. I don't.
Tackling Kamala. I know that one.
Okay, yeah. See, I don't get that, man. I don't get that stuff.
But no, gets the crowd routed up.
I was impressed with some of these speakers, like her. She can speak her butt off. Yeah. She can speak. So I'm looking at my list here. Oh yeah, so I'll go past that one. The next guy was Grant Cardone. No. I want to show this one. So this one disturbed me a lot too. This Grant Cardone dude, when he talks about pimps, that disturbed me.
I don't think I'm very familiar with that part.
Hey, check this out. It starts at the 104. Let's go ahead a little bit.
Look competent. She's a fake, a fraud.
He's talking about Harris.
She's a pretender. Okay. Her and her pimp handlers will destroy our country.
So, her and her pimp handlers. That's sexual language, man. Because a pimp, I know a pimp from rap music. And sometimes pimp is like a guy who gets girls. But he's talking about like pimp. He's using pimp as in like, oh, she's a sexual somehow. That's disturbing.
No. I think what he means about pimp is the people that are in control of Kamala, the people that control her, tell her where to go, tell her what to do, tell her what to say.
Her pimp, but what's a pimp do? He pimps out hoes. you know,
tells them where to go, what to do, and what to say.
So is he calling Kamala a hoe that she has sex for money? She's a prostitute?
No, basically. So I think it's an analogy. I think it's more of like, how a pimp would be like, hey B, go get my money.
Mm-hmm.
The same way that the elites would be like, hey Kamala, go get my votes.
I think he should. I mean, I'm not saying he can say what he wants, right? Free speech.
Yeah, yeah.
But I'm saying he should use a better word because that has sexual connotations. Yeah. The next speaker was actually a professional, Brooke Rollins. So she was a professional. I wrote, you can tell she is more politically savvy and aware. Kudos to her. So when I hear people like this on there, I get less worried about the future of the country if he wins.
Okay.
So that's what he needs to do, is have more people like that on, as opposed to people like, that Sid dude. Or Stephen Miller even. We'll get to him.
You got your Tony Hinchcliffes, you got your Grant Cardone, you got your Dana White, your Hulk Hogan. Those are the guys that get views, and I think that's more what he's focused on.
But they say more controversial things, which is...
Yeah,
it's a double-edged sword. They may get you more views, but they may lose you more votes. That Tony Hinchcliffe thing about Puerto Ricans, that may lose Trump a lot of votes in that category.
Yeah, and the Hispanic and Puerto Rican community, for sure.
Definitely. Check my phone here. Okay, my wife's putting on. She's got the shower. She's getting dressed, so we'll go as far as we can, and we'll continue. Hey. Oh, the next one was Rudy Giuliani. This was a good speech too, Rudy Giuliani. For example, I went to the 1 minute 20. I went to this part in the speech. He gave a good speech, but again, he's a politician, so he knows how to do this. Yeah. So hey, the only problem I had with his speech though was that I'll show you when he compared. What? See, he loves his mama. He's a mama's boy, ain't you, bud? Oh, punk. It's okay. You're a good boy. Come here. All right, so check this out.
September 11 was our darkest hour. October 7 was Israel's darkest hour.
I don't know. That's ridiculous to me to compare October 7th, 2023? Yeah. That's ridiculous to me. But I see what he's trying to do. He's trying to win the Jewish vote.
Wow.
Because you know what October 7th, right? With the terrorist attack, Hamas, the terrorists.
Yeah. When Hamas invaded, and
kidnapped.
Yeah. But I think that was more of a, because he's saying everyone's saying Kamala isn't for the Jewish people, isn't standing for Israel, isn't going to try to stop the war for Israel. She's saying she's keeping it going by sending money and all that and trying to keep it going. And I think that's what he's doing. That's what he's saying there is more of a, like, that was their darkest hour. I don't think he's trying to win the Jewish vote. I think he's saying, like, we need to stop this war. We need to get this under control. If Kamala wins, she's not going to stop it. She's gonna continue it. Is basically, I think, what he was saying there.
And what he said next disturbed me because I'll show you.
Isn't that's what he says, right? After this?
No, well, I'll show you.
They are our best friend. I worked for Ronald Reagan for 8 years. Ronald Reagan said, we have to be there for Israel always because they are always there for us.
You saw the video real quick, Uncle Caleb?
Yeah.
So, also what it says in the Word of God, it says, stand with Israel, is what it says.
No, I'm aware of that, but the reason for that in evangelical Christianity
I think that's why I stand for Israel. That's why I stand with Israel, is because God tells me to. Not because, they're there for us. If somebody drops bombs on us, we're going to drop bombs back on them. And no, I stand with them because Christ Almighty tells me to.
Yeah.
And that's my opinion.
Yeah, but even so, you can still support Israel and not say what he's about to say.
Okay.
Hamas is not there for us. Iran is not there for us. They want to kill us. And the Palestinians are taught to kill us at 2 years old. They won't let a Palestinian in Jordan. They won't let a Palestinian in Egypt. and Harris wants to bring them to you. They may have good people. I'm sorry, I don't take a risk with people that are taught to kill Americans at 2. I'm on the side of Israel.
So I found that disturbing because he's demonizing an entire group of people. So he's comparing he's saying all Palestinians are he's basically saying all Palestinians are terrorists. I'm like, no, that's not.
No, I don't
Hamas
think that's
are terrorists.
He
of
said,
course.
I'm sure they have some good people. I'm sure there's a lot of Palestinians there's a lot of Palestinians, like he said, that are good, but he said he doesn't want to take the risk on that. When they're chanting death to America in their country, death to America, death to America, death to, you see it all over YouTube. In a lot of these Muslim countries, the terrorist organizations in these countries are screaming death to America, and Palestine's one of those countries, just along with Iran, Iraq, and and all of that. And honestly, I feel like that's somewhat our fault, America's fault, just for the simple fact that George Bush got us in the Middle East. You know?
Yeah.
And even Trump will say that he was Republican, whatever. He got us in the Middle East. That's a lot of that's our fault. But if they're gonna scream death to America and then try to get citizenship to America, either they are trying to flee or they're trying to get here so they can kill us. And he's saying that's not a risk he wants to take. And honestly, that's not the risk I would like to take either.
Yeah. I've known a couple Palestinian people from my work at Walmart. I know a lot of Muslim people actually from Jordan, Pakistan.
Yeah, I know a lot of Muslim people as well.
Yeah,
I was at a funeral. And one of my buddies there was a Muslim guy. I think he might even be Palestinian, but he's good people like FuziTube. He's a Palestinian. He stands with Palestine. Obviously, it's his people. That's where he's from. But he's one of the good ones. You know, he's not screaming death to America. He's not a part of that terrorist organization.
Yeah, I think the majority of people, the Palestinians aren't terrorists. He seems to be saying that all of them are, though, which is disturbing to me.
No, I don't think he said that, though, Unc. I think he was saying, like, he doesn't want to risk it. He said a lot of them are taught to kill Americans at 2 years old. And there's a lot of just regular citizens, just like there is here. Like, you got the military here, and then you got the regular citizens here. Ours is a bigger scale because we're a bigger country. But it's another thing with Israel. They believe that the Palestine people believe that. I heard Ben Shapiro say this. I'm sure you don't listen to Ben Shapiro, but he said the Hamas and the Palestine people believe that Israel is sitting on Palestine land. Basically, saying,
that's true about Hamas. I don't know about all Palestinian though.
Yeah. I don't think it's all Palestinian.
Yeah.
There was a couple of students that he asked this question to, and they're like, do you believe that Palestine or Israel is sitting on Palestine land? And they said yes. So he said, you're basically calling for the complete obliteration of the state Israel. And
why is he asking students? Why is he not asking why is he not asking like experts in the field?
That's basically what they're calling for, is the complete obliteration of Palestine. Or Israel, sorry.
That's weird, though, why he would ask students that and not... Because I would try to talk to experts in the field about that, like historians of the Middle East and stuff like that.
Yeah. Well,
academics.
It's not like high school students. It's like college students, people that are studying
but even
and doing that kind of stuff.
When I was in college, I didn't know shit.
Some of the smartest people in the country. Some of the smartest people in the country.
I'll say some of the smartest people were the people teaching the college students, especially at the graduate level, you know, master's and PhD. So that seems like easy pickings.
Somewhere, you know, they gotta learn from somewhere, and that's.
But they're not experts in the field, though, you know.
Yeah.
That seems like easy pickings, though, just to go to college students. Because when you're that young, I don't care if you're in college or not, right? You're young, dumb, and full of that C word. So, yeah. So I liked Rudy Giuliani's speech because he attacked policy, except for that part. But he attacked policy. That's what you should do. You should do. So I appreciate some of the professionalism.
Yeah.
Professionals, man.
It's like there's a lot of things that but there's like Kamala Harris really isn't giving any of her policies out, so there's not really much you can go off of at a rally like that, because there's not much that she's saying about her plans or her policies or the things that she's going to put in place to make the country better, there's no really any policy that I hear that she's saying.
Well, they're attacking it, whatever she is believing. But
yeah.
So the next guy, Sergio Gore, I thought he did a good job too. This guy, no, skip over him. He was less entertaining, but he's professional,
Fight!
So he was less entertaining, but he was more professional, and I like that. Let's see who the next guy, David Rim. Oh, yeah, let's end with this guy. This guy scared the heck out of me too. So I'm watching this guy. Check this out. I don't know if you saw this guy. So the next guy was this guy, David Rim.
November 5th.
So this guy, David Rim, he's a childhood friend of the Trump family. I thought that was pretty cool. So I got to the 1:45. So I got to the 1:45-minute mark here. And I'm like, all right, this is pretty cool. This is pretty heartfelt. He's talking about how Trump's dad gave his family money. That's pretty cool. His struggling family money. I'm like, cool.
Yeah.
Cool. Then he goes, dark. Dark. He goes left field. Like he's trying to catch a fly ball. Hold on, boy. Almost done. So check this out. It's at the 1:45:30. I'll go a little earlier. There we go.
Harris performing a random.
So here we go.
Can you imagine Kamala Harris performing a random, kind, generous act like that? Never.
So he's talking about how Trump's father helped his family out. Yeah.
Yeah. Can you imagine Kamala doing something like that?
Ever. In fact, she is the devil, whoever screamed that out.
Okay, it's getting dark. She's the devil.
She is the Antichrist. At her rally last week.
See? Devil. Antichrist. What the heck? Yeah, I'll keep playing.
She said that Jesus Christ followers are not welcome at my rally. You should go down the block to President Trump's rally. Let me say this, and maybe
I'm not gonna believe that coming from him. So I wonder if there's
Maybe
any.
You believe it coming from me, Uncle Caleb. So
I believe it more from you because you're not calling people devil and antichrist.
Yeah. Well, antichrist is anything that's antichrist.
Wait, right? Hold on. Did he say a or the? Hold on.
Go down that. She is the devil, whoever screamed
so
that.
Yeah,
she is the devil, yeah.
She is the Antichrist.
So, yeah, he said the, as opposed to like the, as in, that's defining. Yeah.
Right. So he is calling her the Antichrist.
Yeah, this guy seemed unhinged. Let me show you what else he's doing, too. He grabs this crucifix. Check this out. Where'd he get this crucifix? Out of his butt? I don't know. But...
maybe he had it in his pocket.
Oh, no, I'm
or
just...
on the table.
Yeah, I'm messing with him. Yeah, he grabs his crucifix.
Can you imagine Kamala Harris performing a random...
Come on.
No.
There he is.
And I think that President Trump, in what he has experienced, knows that Jesus Christ is king.
And he starts waving this thing around the whole time. It is.
To be standing here, Garrett, come every night for Donald Trump.
I don't know. That disturbed me. This guy seems a little unhinged. I'm not making fun of people because that's mean. I don't like doing that. That's wrong. shit, I can make fun of myself. I wear braces and I'm almost 40. How about that? I don't know. I didn't like that they put that guy up there. I mean, that guy's speech was cool to a point, but then he just went left field.
Yeah, well, part of that was poetic for me as a Christ believer.
Yeah.
Part of that was poetic because when he said the Antichrist, maybe not. She is Antichrist though, because one of the people at her rally was there and they yelled out Jesus is Lord at her rally. And she said, "Nope, you're at the wrong rally. You need to go to the smaller one down the street." And then they booed him and then they forced him out.
Okay, you see, I didn't see that.
Yeah, I could pull it up.
Sure, yeah, go ahead, please. And send it to me and I'll play it.
Donald Trump hand-selected 3 members of the United States Supreme Court with the intention that they would undo the protections of Roe v. Wade, and they did as he intended. Oh, you guys are at the wrong rally.
Yeah, I can't really hear. Hold on, let's try it back.
Yeah, you hear Lord.
As he intended. Oh, you guys are at the wrong rally. And they did as he intended.
I need to find a different angle. I'll send it to you.
Oh, you.
Yeah, we need more like a actual cell phone camera video of the crowd or something.
Washington Post said she jokes in response. That's probably not the.
Maybe somebody in here knows. No. Oh, I don't know though if I would. I don't know. It's frustrating.
My I don't really watch YouTube on my computer. That's like the first video I've ever looked up. So when I looked it up, it was it was weird because it was CNN, Washington Post, Forbes, and it was just like a bunch of like leftist.
I don't know if Forbes is leftist though. Forbes is more, I guess, center. Yeah, I'll get shit in the comments for saying that, but
center left maybe. I don't know. I'm not familiar with
Forbes is about business, and business tends to usually go right. Not right, but more center right. Or more center because both parties have corporate ties, you know.
Okay. But it was like a bunch of left leaning things, so it's like that's weird. I've never looked a video up on here, but that's what's popping up. Crazy. But yeah, fun fact.
So this guy Scavino, I just wrote here, a professional speech. Nothing to raise alarm about. So I like that. I appreciated that. Watching some of this rally made me less worried. To be honest, if Trump wins. So.
Well, that's good.
So, but that's what I'm saying though is you got to open your mind up and watch the whole thing and not just clips.
Yeah, I agree.
100%. And I think that's a good point to stop right here, and then we'll go to Stephen Miller.
All right, Unc.
All right, buddy.
Love you.
Love you too, buddy. I think we both are going to get some hate. Me wearing Michigan and you wearing Trump.
Yeah, both of us going to get a little bit, huh? Maybe me a little more than you, but...
Oh, yeah, especially since I'm in the heart of the beast.
Yeah.